Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Pi Records, and I'm here with Cody from the Zoras. How are you, Cody?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Good, good. We booked this quite a while ago, and I'm not sure if we had to shuffle around schedules, but I really appreciate you being here today.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me. It's really cool.
So you got a lot of music out there, and I love it. I love surf music, so I was totally into checking you guys out as soon as I saw you pop up on my Instagram suggestions. Whenever that happens, I always check the band out. So
Hmm.
and I got some of your stuff I listened on Bandcamp,
Yep.
and then I was totally sucked in. So you guys are great. So why don't you tell me a little bit about how you started the band and what influenced you musically, not just surf, but anything, and then how you got into surf.
Yeah. So it's like it was a solo project I did. I live in Biddeford, Maine right now, but I had moved 4 hours north. So I was in Calais, Maine, and didn't really have anyone to play with. And I was like, well, this is a good time to do like a surf solo project. I had nothing else to do. So I just really was like, well, I was sitting there noodling around and then kept playing that the Legend of Zelda Song of Storms on
Yeah.
guitar, and I was like, whoa, I think I could do like a surfy thing with this. So I just was noodling and then got the whole song out of it. It was in one session, really, really natural. It wasn't forced. It just kind of came to me, and I was like, oh wow, this is really cool. This is gonna be a fun thing to do. So that's how like it all started. When I was in high school, I started a band called the Zoras with a bunch of friends, but nothing ever came from it. So that's where the name came from. Was I was like, oh well, this is the perfect time to use that because I'm doing a Zelda cover, and so I got to use that. Um, all in high school, I was in punk and hardcore bands and metal bands. So I feel like my real intro to surf was through the band Agent Orange.
Oh yeah.
I really just like loved um, that whole record, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And then obviously from like Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, like I feel like that's everyone my age. I'm 30, so like I was like at a good age to like really absorb a lot of the music. So I feel like I just from that, and then obviously video games, playing Final Fantasy VII. They have the whole surf version of a Chocobo song that I covered. So that was really my intro to surf, was just being young and watching movies and playing video games. So that's why I ended up just doing covers of surf surf songs and making my own surf renditions of them. Really like pop culture influenced.
Awesome. Did you know that there was another band doing that?
I had no idea. I someone sent me a link after of the whole EP that the Zelda EP that came out, and I was like, oh no, but I listened to it and I felt like it was different enough that I didn't feel like I was
Yeah.
stepping on anyone's toes with it.
No,
But
no, but it's
that dude shreds.
it's interesting. Uh, I didn't mean you were stepping on anybody's toes, but I just thought it was interesting that you said that uh, because they mentioned Zelda as well.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Zelda? What was the attraction to that?
I I I have no idea. It was really weird with me because I don't think I had picked up Ocarina of Time in probably 10 years. Like I haven't played it in a long time, but I was just sitting there with my guitar and I kept playing like do 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 do, and I'm like, for a second I couldn't remember what it was, and then it hit me that it was Song of Storms, and I'm like, oh wow, this is like really cool. And I was like, what if I played it like really fast, which is what I did for the song. And then I don't know, maybe it's just the chord progression. I mean that the the chord progression for the rhythm track of that song is very surfy. So that might just be what it is that bagging track.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also a
Mm-hmm.
huge Final Fantasy fan,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I love.
it's amazing the music and the effort that they put into that. those games.
Mhm.
Did you
Yep.
play the remake?
I haven't played it yet. I don't have. So my newest system is a Switch. I don't have a PS4, so I had no way to play it. So I'm waiting until PS5s are like readily available, and then I'm gonna grab it. Because once they released that Yuffie extra stuff on it, I was like, ooh, I need to get this now.
So are you going to be able to play the older games on it? I know they've been talking about that for years.
I don't. I have no idea. I mean, I own about 6 copies of Final Fantasy VII. So, I don't know how. I've gotten so many copies. So, and I still play all my PS1 games, my PS2 games. So, I'm kind of just like, meh. If you can play older, that'd be great. But who knows with what they're doing with technology now?
Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's get back into the music. As far as guitar playing goes,
Mhm.
when it came to surf, what was it? Was it Dick Dale that you heard from the Pulp Fiction soundtrack? Link Ray, the lively ones. What was it? All of
Yeah,
it,
it
or
was
which one stuck out?
definitely Dick Dale. That tremolo picking, just like really, just like was. I mean, I was into metal, like once I got into music and was finding my own music, I was always really into death metal. So I think it was really that Dick Dale, just like tremolo picking, just climbing up that neck. But really, I was like, oh, this is really cool. It really got like my blood flowing.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
so what I find interesting is a lot of people have metal and punk hardcore backgrounds that eventually get into surf. And do you think it is that the rhythmic rhythm guitar, the percussive instruments that lead people into surf music?
I, for me personally, so like when I hear a song, how driving it is what really gets me. That's why I got into punk music, metal music, hardcore music. Like once I heard it really driving, like do do bat do bat do, I was like, oh, this is what's for me. And surf has that, like that surf beat played at the right tempo, just really just like I put it on and my son too. He just starts dancing because it's all you really want to do is just move your body, and that's I feel like surf and a lot of like punk and a lot of hardcore have that in common, where it's just like you're start moving.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your albums, going chronological order, as to the process of writing it, and if you had anybody playing with you, or did you do it all yourself?
So yeah, so I started with that Zelda cover that just came super naturally. It was just like a rendition. Um, and then after that, I did a straight note for note cover of Electro de Chocobo, which is the surf version of the Chocobo song from Final Fantasy VII. So like that was 100%. I just covered what Nobu did, and I added I did like the best I could on guitar for the solo where he had a keyboard solo. And then once I found out that Sean Connery passed away, I was like, well, now I gotta do the 007 Doctor No theme. So I just sat there and learned it, and kind of it's pretty true to everything. It's just only guitar. I don't have any, brass instrumentation or anything like that. Um, but it was all me. What I do is I just use GarageBand. I program some drums, record guitar for like maybe a day. I just keep re-recording until it's perfect, and then I send it out to my friend Will, who he runs Gate Force Studio. It's in Western Mass, and he mixes and masters it for me, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. I have trouble with mixing my own stuff after playing it. It's a process you're either totally into, or it's so difficult to. I mean, all the tools are there, but
Yep.
it's just, I think it's your mindset you need to be in.
Yeah, I definitely mixing to me. I'm like I've so in the past probably 3 years, I've recorded every project I've done, and I just never mix them. I always send them to my friend Will to do it because I'm like, it just doesn't click in my brain.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have to have a special kind of mind and patience to
Yes.
to mix.
Yeah.
So where can we find your music? I know you're on Bandcamp, but are you on any comps? Do you have a CD or vinyl?
I don't have any anything like that yet. For the Zoras. I was like really waiting to with this. I kind of want to explore playing with other people. I moved back down to the Portland area of Maine, and I found another band who's also doing a surf thing. So I'm waiting until COVID really finally, until people are like ready to play together. And no, but I want to really explore playing with other people because I feel like for surf, like it was really cool doing it alone, but I want to actually feel the drums. I want to feel like the full
Yeah.
band playing together. So is my next thing. I know at the end of the summer I'm doing a cover set on Cape Cod. My friend runs my friend runs a food truck, so we're gonna do like an end of summer kind of luau type thing, and so we're gonna do a cover set, and we're gonna do the Zora songs, but we're gonna do it under the name Fiesta Bowl, and it's just gonna be me and a few friends from the Cape. Well, we'll play alone, and then we'll practice once, and then play that end of summer thing. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, music wise, I only have it on Bandcamp right now. I don't even have it on any of the streaming platforms.
Well, that's cool. Bandcamp is really expanding. A lot of people are, especially bands, are finding it very useful because it has a community board you can be part of, and a lot of people can find out. It's like the Google of music.
Yeah, that's what I found out. I did the surf thing not knowing how strong the community was, and I posted it on my Facebook, I posted it on Instagram, and then I posted probably 9 or 10 projects on Bandcamp and get a few plays here and there. The surf thing really, like, people bought it and people like reached out to me, and it got played on like a bunch of radio stations in California, and I was like, whoa, this is really cool, the community that comes from surf music. And it's really like, it's natural, it's organic, it's like refreshing to see.
Yeah, totally. So I have to ask you, because I see it in the background, are those VHS tapes?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I'm a big VHS collector.
Do you still have a machine that works?
Yeah, it's right up here. This
Nice.
guy. I've got it at my 13th birthday. It's a VHS DVD player combo.
Nice.
Yeah.
I miss the days where you could walk into Blockbuster and pick one up. Those were like, it was like almost like going in a music store.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I feel that. It's cool. I feel very fortunate up here. There's a store called Bull Moose, and there's like 14 or 15 locations, and they still sell VHSs, and they're 30 cents flat rate. And
wow.
You can go into any of them and just find movies very easily that people are like, I haven't seen this ever, and I find all these like rare things for 30 cents. That's all I pay for.
Awesome. I see you have Dune back there. Did you obviously the original is pretty kick-ass. Did you like the second one that they put out?
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I haven't. That was actually, it's funny you brought that up, because that's the first one that like started my VHS collection. I was in a thrift store and I was like, oh, Dune, that's sick. And then I picked it up, and then it's just grown ever since there. But I haven't seen the new one yet. It's just been, I mean, I didn't have much access to any new movies when I was living up north. So, but that's definitely on my list of things to check out.
It's really long.
It is, yeah. Oh yeah. Much like the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you have going on right now? Are you working on new tunes?
Yeah, so I actually just moved. So kind of all my whole life is in shambles, packed away in boxes. So I was working on a cover before we started moving. Then I moved and I was like, oh, I don't have any time to finish it. I'm actually building a music room to get all my stuff all set up so I can have an isolation cab and actually record a mic'd guitar cab, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, life right now has just been kind of hectic, just working and then coming home and unpacking. And then I have a son and my wife is pregnant. So it's
Oh,
kind of a wild, yeah. But yeah, I'm in the middle of recording a new cover, and then I have a buddy who I'm working on a split with that we have a cool idea that,
oh,
or
wow.
that's yeah. So that's what my main thing I'm really trying to get is that split because it's a really cool idea. I've been trying to work on for like a year and a half, and I finally found someone who like is down for the idea. So that's really cool.
Is it going to be a 7-inch?
Yeah. So we'll each do 2 songs, and we're gonna kind of like we each came with a song to the table and we sent it to each other, and then the other person is using the same chord progression and writing their own song.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's gonna be a cool, yeah, it's gonna be a cool joint effort of 2 minds using the same chord progression and surf music, but making 2 completely different songs. So I'm excited for it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this needs to happen, but it's been so hard trying to find the right person. So I'm glad I finally found him.
Awesome. So if people want to find you, you're on Instagram, are you on Facebook? And also, what's your Bandcamp link?
So the Bandcamp link is the Zoras Surf. That's the Instagram link too. I don't have a Facebook. I just use my own. But yeah, it's pretty much just Instagram and Bandcamp for now until I start getting some more solid stuff out there.
What I found in the last, I guess, year since I've been doing these podcasts, a lot more people are on Instagram as far as music and promoting music. Because as far as followers go, I get more followers on Instagram than I do Facebook. And I meet more bands on there.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Do you know what it is about Instagram that attracts people?
I feel like Facebook just has too much going on. Like Instagram, post a picture, you can put a link on your bio and say, hey, link in bio of new music, and like you know what you're getting. Where Facebook, it's like every day you're getting 1,000 invites to 1,000 gigs. I mean, now that everything is opening up, and then it's just the algorithm is just so all over the place where I'll post something and then someone won't see it for 5 or 6 days.
Oh,
And they're
wow.
like, oh, I just saw the thing you posted. And I'm like, I posted that a week ago. You just saw it. So I feel like it's just Instagram is just streamlined to like really show you like what's happening now. And you know, you like, it's just pictures. It's not, I mean, and now you have the videos, which I love the videos too. I found so much good music through that.
Yeah.
But I think it's just way more streamlined with Instagram. You don't get as much fluff and all that stuff like you get from Facebook.
Awesome. So it was really great talking to you. Is there anything you want to add or touch upon, promote, anything you want to say before we sign off?
No. I mean, working on new music, should be out in July. I really appreciate you having me on. This was really cool. This was really fun. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. I want to thank you so much, Cody. I really love your music, and I suggest everybody that's listening check out the Zoras and keep in touch because I'd love to hear those covers when you put them out, especially the split because I'm a real vinyl geek.
Oh yeah, I'll send them right to you.
Awesome. Take care. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too, Ryan.